What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. Me, myself, it's going. No complaints, except something that I've seen that I thankfully am in a position to address it. You'll see attached video at the end of this. Um, at the end of my commentary, and I guess a few days ago in Austin, Texas, 36,000 cars were lined up for at a food bank to get food for the holidays. There was around 600,000 pounds of food, 7,000 turkeys were served, and a total of 25 people were serviced that are in need, that are struggling, and you know these with all this within this pandemic, this election time, the uncertainty of everything that's going on. It seems like this is just a constant theme that's been going on since March. And our elected leaders don't seem to really care. Only thing they care about is amassing power and taking power, and when a lot of people are really suffering. And according to the report one report that I've read, that a woman has been unemployed. She's now homeless. She got the stimulus check, and the first stimulus check, and it didn't do that much because there's not a whole lot of work in her field, and I guess in her area. And I guess she's from Texas, or she might be from out the area, because I'm sure that a lot of people were coming from those outside little small rural areas because they may not have any work. I'm fortunate enough to live in LA, where there's ample opportunity, and a lot of us here don't really see the impact of the job loss, the loss of businesses, as opposed to some areas. And, I got to be grateful for that. But at the end of the day, I still feel for the people who are impacted by this. And I don't know, because, Monday, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, and Chuck Schumer were supposed to come to some kind of deal, sit down there. As of 3 days later, they still haven't been able to come up with nothing, not even the prospects of anything. And it's just all about, you want too much. It's not enough. You want, oh my God, it's $500 billion for everybody else, for the stimulus. That's just not enough to stimulate the economy. And, I guess the CEO of Chase Bank, JP Morgan, told them that they're acting like a bunch of kids. Well, honestly and truthfully, yeah, because, the people who work, the elected representatives in Congress make about $170,000 a year. They have the top flight medical, and I'm sure that their cares and concerns are not our cares and concerns. And, a lot of people are really struggling. There's no unemployment. There's unemployment, but is it really enough to pay your bills? For some of us, I make 170 on unemployment. That's just not enough a week. And what is that? It's not enough. And, well, my situation is, it's a lot different because I have some medical issues. But, hey, teach its own. I'm still surviving, and I always have survived through worse shit than what we're going through in 2020, and I will continue to do so. And I just hope that you have that mindset as well. It's never what happens that ultimately matters. This is about just how do we fucking respond to it, and then what we're going to do about it. Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that really makes sense, because I knew initially, going way back to last spring, that anything that these politicians are promising is just not going to show up in reality, because it's just a shit show. It's just more for votes. They want us to come out when they're running for election, but yet our cares and concerns are not being seen to, because at the end of the day, it's about what they want. And honestly, some of the things that what they want may impact us, but man, can't you do just a standalone bill to just get some money to the people, or the problem solver bill? But there might be a lot of issues with it that we don't know. But, at the end of the day, it's not about them. It's not about the individual so much. But what about the collective unity? What about what's supposed to unify this country? And yeah, I don't know. I'm at my wit's ends. If you know something I don't, please share it. That's all I really have to say. And it's disappointing. It's very disappointing. And thankfully, I'm not going through their exact situation that a lot of people are going through financially. But I have my own issues that are just as equally as burdensome. And there's been a lot of times to where lately I just don't know what the hell to do. I really don't. I usually do, but in this case I don't. I'm out of options. Yeah. I'm out of solutions my damn self. So, but when I feel that way, I typically go to work. I typically go Uber, and then I will tell people. I will not tell people, but I will try to give some quality value to somebody else. And that typically enables me to find some clarity in my life. And, and I'm blessed for it, but, Well, until next time, see the video. If you have any comments, feel free to hit the thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, as Vicky Dillard says. I just always want to say that. And if you got anything out of this, please like it, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Have a great night.
We saw those long lines in Dallas today, people waiting for food. They were waiting and waiting and waiting, so many thousands and thousands. Look at all those cars just waiting to get some free food because they're struggling right now. Millions of Americans, and they're suffering financially. We see no stimulus deal in the works right now. Why is that? Why can't Republicans and Democrats realize, as I've often said, you know what? You can't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. You got to help these people. You got to pass this legislation right away.
You and I were both afraid of this very scenario, Wolf, which is we're in a lame duck session, and it's harder to get big bills passed when some members of Congress are literally packing their bags. They're in their offices, trying to sort out their affairs because they're going to be leaving in the next number of days or weeks. But that should not impede Congress, because at this point, the issues are so well known. They've been negotiating over them for months. Chuck Schumer came out and said, please, Mitch, let's pass a bill. Outgoing former President Trump tweeted that he wanted to see a bill. So at this point, it really is mystifying why they can't get a deal hammered out between Speaker Pelosi and Mitch McConnell, because the parameters have been so well defined. They've been negotiating in theory for months.